I, Immaculate Kasait, do hereby swear to testify on all matters in question and
appearing before the National Assembly Committee on Communication and Innovation for her vetting on Wednesday morning, Immaculate Kasait guaranteed that everyone's data would be protected from abuse or misuse by any entities and fraudsters, MPs decrying that private data such as pictures and videos, especially from influential people, have found themselves in the public without their consent.
There are situations whereby high personality ranking in this country, including people holding sensitive offices, you realize that CCTV footages, maybe you may get them leaking somewhere.
anybody who is holding data, in as far as Kenyans is concerned, will be accountable to the Act. So the role of the Data Commissioner is to make sure that whether it is Twitter or Facebook or any other, whether it's YouTube or any commercial entity, they must adhere to the law. If there's a complaint, our work is to investigate, enforce, and also, of course, give penalties.
The MPs put to task the former IEBC voter registration director to explain how should win the confidence of Kenyans following the events that surrounded IEBC, an organization she served when it failed to open its servers in a case challenging the 2017 presidential election results at the Supreme Court.
You were in charge of data that particular time around 2017, and you contracted a firm to store data outside there. So what do you think? Is it an advantage to store our data outside there, or is it better to store here? Was that one of the reasons why you were unable to open the servers for NASA?
The Commission has clearly explained that the server was open. I have this book here, Mr. Chairman, I'll leave with you. In the post-election evaluation, in page 144, all the way to page 145, where it's very clearly explained that the server at the National Tallying Center, political party agents had access. And that is explained here, Mr. Chairman. I'll leave it at that in as far as is concerned.
President Uhuru Kenyatta, during the Mashujaa Day celebrations in Kisii County last week, intimated that the issuance of Huduma number was awaiting Parliament to approve the nominee, with the MPs now demanding to know how the service would be rolled out.
Huduma number, like any other data, under the custody of the government or private sector, because private sector also has a lot of information. The role of the Data Commissioner is to give assurance. And the assurance in terms of their task, an assessment. Where is this information being stored? How secure is it? Have they done a needs assessment? If there is violation, has it been reported? So the role of Data Commissioner is to put in place a regulatory framework to make sure that the data of Kenyans collected under Huduma number is secure.
The Data Commissioner will be responsible for the enforcement of the Data Protection Act, such as overseeing the implementation and being responsible for enforcement of the Data Protection Act, establishing and maintaining a register of data controllers and data processors, exercising oversight on data processing operations, and verifying whether the processing of data is done in accordance with this Act, receiving and investigating any complaint by any person on infringements of the rights under the Act, and carrying out inspections of public and private entities with a view to evaluating the processing of personal data, among others. Giverson Mana, K24, Nairobi.